Well, he beat us. We just parked the car here, coming off the roll. This is the lighthouse. This is the lighthouse bar.
One bar.
A bar and grill. Oh no, not a grill. We hang out here, and this is the office in here, and this is the visitors' berths. And we're just going to go straight down. There's our briefing room in there, and this will become a hive of activity with not only tourists but all the sailors and stuff. So we'll come down and say g'day. Oh, what a hot boat. G'day. How are you, mate? Good to see you. He looks good, eh? He looks good. Oh, what a good looking boat. Japers. Well, you're in t-shirt. I'm still, fresh out of bed an hour ago. Well done. Good to see you. Yeah. So, boat looks good. You look good. Oh, I need a mic. Haven't got. Oh no, there's a mic for you. There you go. Stick that on your shirt.
Okay.
Yeah, boat looks. I forget how good your boat looks.
Well, yeah. No, it's done well. It's been the first test, and it's done well. So yeah.
Oh, hang on a sec. The mic just went off. Jeepers, technology. Oh no, where's the red on there?
Something.
Yeah. Where's the red?
Light on it.
See if you can fix that. Yeah. So no breakages. Touch wood.
Tiny little bits and bobs.
Yeah.
A few little lanyards and a few things, but nothing major. I've got a little crack in the housing for one of the fins, which I need to repair.
Oh, okay. Just here. I'll stick it on. I've got my
There we go.
Yeah, cool. Okay. I'm going to take my shoes off because you've got a clean boat now.
Yeah, no.
So this is just around here, Jane. This is the dagger boards. Little crack in the mount for the dagger board.
Yeah, just on this one here, little crack at the back.
Oh yeah.
So I need to get that fixed.
Yep.
I found them quite useful actually.
Really?
Yeah.
In what sense?
Well, when there was quite a lot of wind and going downwind, I had twin jibs and it was just swaying a little bit. And putting those down just seemed to keep the stern a bit straighter.
Yeah. Twin jibs. You've got your furling jib, and what was the other one? The A7 or?
The other jib.
You got another one. Ooh, a secret weapon. It's a hanked one on a.
No. I've got twin furler, 2-groove furler.
Ah, okay. So you got another complete sail.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So I've got 2 jibs on one furler.
Yeah. So you got is it a Furlex system?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got a Furlex, 2 grooves. Was
Yeah.
it easy to hoist and lower? You put it up on a spinnaker halyard or something.
No, it's on one halyard.
Both together,
Yeah.
so you can still furl the both of them.
Yeah, so they either both come one way or they split.
No, I know the system, but I didn't know you were using it. So we don't talk about those sorts of things in the beginning, So you want to probably don't tell anyone. That's top secret, But no one else will have a chance to order one. But it's a really good idea, and I should have thought of that because I know when I did the Atlantic, I carried a hank jib, which I was going to put on a halyard, but it was and hoisted on another halyard, But I've just been given the camera here, but I never really got around it. It was too much of a hassle, and that's where the idea of the A7 came from. Like a smaller, heavier, asymmetric.
Yeah.
But twin jibs for heavy work. That's
cool. It was, and you can relax with them. You can, you don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah, and it's fast too.
Yeah.
Kirsten proved that in the GGR.
Yeah.
Same deal.
Yeah.
Interesting about the foils because I never came to a particular conclusion whether when was the best time to use them and not. I was happy to have them, and I think I felt it was an advantage. But everyone will have a different opinion on that, so that's good to hear.
Yeah.
Okay, it's plenty of power, electrical energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the charging of the batteries I need to do some work on. They seem to take a hell of a long time to charge. I'm not quite sure I'm doing it in the best way.
Yeah.
So I get about 2 hours use, and it takes about 7 or 8 hours to charge. So they're a help, but they're not. Yeah, you can't really do much mileage with them.
Yeah. Okay. So did you have fun? What was the best part?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, it was quite a bouncy first 24 hours.
Yeah,
so
I can see that.
That was interesting. But actually, it gave me a real chance to test the boat in slightly more difficult conditions. So that was good.
No water down below.
No, a lot of water on the boat. But I had this closed, that open, and there was nothing in the boat at all.
Yeah.
So that was good. Third day, I was a little bit sort of, okay, we've done that now. Now what do I do? And then fourth day, I just really relaxed into it and thoroughly enjoyed it. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to the next bit.
That's cool. Good to hear. That's the way it works. It's exactly what happened to me. You know, by the time you got here, you thought, yeah, it took me 2 days to nail the boat, work out how to sail it. Did you round up very often? Did you get caught with too much main?
Yeah, first day, about 1 in the morning, just coming past the TSS or coming. So we were passing the TSS with the TSS on our starboard. So there's quite a lot of vessels coming out.
TSF, by the way, is traffic separation zone.
Yeah. So we were then having to just make sure we kept away from the vessels that were coming out.
Yeah.
And I started with 1 reef. I went to 3 reefs and a reef jib, and I was still rounding up into the wind. So until I dropped the main altogether, and once I did that, then I had good steerage.
Yeah, because one of the characteristics is it's not an excessively beam boat, but if you scale this up to a 40-footer, you've got about 16-foot beam or something, 17-foot beam, and as soon as you heel, it just goes. And it takes a while to get used to it. I rounded up probably 5 or 6 times in the first few days to nut it out. But anyway, and looking forward to talking to Jasmine, because she had an issue, a big one. Rounded up, couldn't get under control, boom hit her in the head, but the jib sheet caught. Did you chat to her on the radio or anything?
Yeah, we chatted a lot, and whilst as we were approaching the TSS, and then I lost her on the radio altogether.
Yeah.
So didn't speak to her after after about 2, 3 in the morning. Didn't speak to her again.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like she's having fun anyway. She's learning a lot. And last night was an eye opener. I don't know whether you've been. I forget. Whether you've got tracking comms and so on, but the weather forecast wasn't necessarily correct, because there was huge contrast in boat speeds all over the place.
I just lost, for me, I lost the wind about 50 miles off Lanzarote, off the north point of Lanzarote, and just crawled really. And then actually I just got puffs on the way down through the morning.
Yeah.
So I was varying from 2 knots to 5 knots, but mainly 2 knots. Yeah.
That's cool. Well, it's civilised for us. When I got the ping this morning at just before 7, I thought, oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I was awake. I watched it and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's good. And so in terms of your sailing experience on Little Wren now, that's the biggest trip, right?
Yeah, certainly the biggest trip. It's probably doubled the number of miles I've done. I've probably done about 600 miles on it before, and then this is another 600 in one go. So.
And what about sleep patterns? Because you're not a big solo sailor. You haven't done a lot of solo work. So.
I've done most of my sailing has been solo. So although I haven't done a lot of long night passages.
Yeah.
So no sleep in the first 24 hours coming out of the TSS and with the weather, and then we got very clear of other vessels quite quickly. So on day 2, I was sleeping for several hours, and then I found I didn't actually need it, or either didn't need or wasn't sleeping very much. So I'm probably due a good sleep, but the sleeping didn't worry me at all. There was no point that I was actually feeling tired.
Yeah.
But there was very little other vessels out there.
Yeah. What routine were you doing for keeping a lookout, sort of thing? Like, did you have different things on?
Yeah, I got my AIS on all the time. I wasn't running my plotter all the time, so I was running AIS all the time. And I was turning my plotter on every couple of hours just to see what was coming at me from AIS. I found the Ecomax worked really well, so I had it turned on with the alarm on, and after an hour and a half it would go off. I'd turn my plotter on, I would look to see that there was a vessel maybe 20 miles away, and that obviously alerted me.
Yeah.
So it was really helpful.
This is the Ecomax, this one here, sticking up proud. It's a radar transponder, so it bounces a signal back to the ship. In a big way, you look like a 100-foot fishing boat, steel fishing boat, and it's like acting as a radar alarm. What about your wind vane? How did that go, or your autopilot wind vane scenario?
The wind vane, I'm one of the, I wouldn't say the few sailors with the South Atlantic, but I know a lot of people have gone to a hydrovane. I never touched this rudder all the way from Lagos to here. 90% of it was on the wind vane, and it coped really well. The last day and a half I was using this tiller pilot, because we had basically no wind at all.
Yeah.
And there was nothing that the wind vane could cope with. But it was a little concern of mine coming into this event as to whether I'd made the right call or the wrong call. But so far, I've been really pleased with it.
Yeah, I have no surprises with that. I know for a fact because I went across the Atlantic with the South Atlantic wind vane. Never touched the tiller, exactly the same as you, except for autopilot occasionally. I think I used the autopilot for about less than 7 hours all the way across when there's no wind.
Yeah.
Virtually hardly ever steered, slept forever, bare poles, for 11 hours, didn't touch it. So, it's a servo set pendulum-based system, which for a fin keel boat is actually quite good because it's fast to react and quite powerful. And, I have no doubts about the ability of that to go around. And for everyone that's listening, there's a interesting story on the news, on the MGR website, on the news section. You'll see I wrote a story about looking after wind vanes and also learning how to fly wind vanes. But you obviously know how to fly with a wind vane.
No, it was good, really good.
Yeah, that's cool. So you've settled in. This little trial run's done everything it's supposed to do.
Yeah, I've got a few maintenance jobs to do and one or two little things to prepare, but I'm pleased to say that I'll be able to get hopefully quite a lot of downtime in Lanzarote and get myself prepared for the Atlantic crossing. So really looking forward to it.
Yeah, fantastic. All right, all very good. I think that's probably enough. This was just a little trial run. Step back and look at this amazing little 580, looking very cool. So love the paint job. You looked really slick coming out of coming in. The sun's coming up, So, what about the crawling around up here on the foredeck? What's your experiences there?
I've got a I've obviously got a life jacket. I've also got a rock climber's belt.
Oh yeah, yep.
So when it's hot, I put this belt on.
Yep.
And then I clip on.
Yeah, that's what all the rowers use. They have just a waist harness.
It's just really you can just maneuver. I find I can maneuver, and you don't get things caught in the. So I was using that a lot.
Yeah.
A little bit of muscle memory. You sort of get to know where you put your feet and where you grab onto. So
you get to know your boat.
Yeah.
What's your plan if you ended up hooked up over the side and hanging off the edge?
Don't get hooked up over the side and hang off the edge.
Yeah, a couple of them are running a line from bow to stern.
I'm thinking about that.
Yeah, the more I think about it, I think it's a good idea because just for people listening, if you end up over the side, you're hooked there. You can't get to the back of the boat to climb back on, and with a line, you could disconnect, hook onto the line running along the gunnel, disconnect from the boat or cut that line, and then you'll slip to the back of the boat and climb up the back.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to think that might be.
It's a very easy solution, isn't it?
Yeah, it's sort of a bit reminiscent of all the loops on rowing boats, when you can hang onto the line, and it might be, I'm thinking aloud on all sorts of potential new rules for safety. But anyway, all kind of cool. All right, well done. I think that's enough for now.
Thanks, and Happy New Year as well.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Happy New Year.
Yeah.
So, looking good. Okay, that's it. And I think, Renaud's going to be next. There's some few standouts for performance. It's hard to compare you. Yeah, Renaud's really flying. Kerry is really doing well on origami. Pila was absolutely nailing it, but she's gone on a blinder out to the west and parked, and lots of fun stuff to look back on the tracker. So anyway, okay, that's it. Thanks, Adam.
Cheers.
See you later, and see you maybe early hours of the morning. I'm not sure when, with probably Renaud.